Arsenal and Barcelona have had a shaky start to the first leg of the semi-finals of the Champions League. With the second leg on our hands, Sanchez, a Barcelona faithful, and Samuel, an ardent Arsenal fan, have been analyzing the games and making their own predictions ahead of the two crunchy encounters. Let's listen to them.
I think that both teams' system worked perfectly for them. Barcelona with high line, got the goals they needed, and Inter Milan with their low block got some goals that nobody actually expected them to, be able to effectively play that low block system and at the end of the day make 3 goals out of it. But then you could see that defensively Barcelona were terrible, especially in terms of set pieces. It was evident in their 2 goals, the early 20 minutes 2 goals that they conceded from Dumfries. And on the other side, you could see the attacking side of Barcelona where they had that certain young talent, Lamine Yamal, coming to light to play and get them the very first goal, and that pushed them to go ahead and equalize before they went down to 3 and then scored again. So I believe that both managers were geniuses in their own ways to be able to give us such a show, which was a very nice show. And then going into the next game, as a Barcelona fan, I believe that we have a chance to be able to upset them at San Siro, or what we call the Giuseppe Meazza. I think going to Italy is not going to be easy for Barcelona, and it's not going to be easy for Inter Milan as well. We are going to play, I think, as usual, Barcelona play as they play, but then I believe that we strongly need certain players in Milan to be able to grab that win if we really want to win the game. Then we need certain players like Lewandowski to come back, Balde to come back to be able to grab that win, because with the line of Dumfries, for instance, he was able to go forward, surge forward very freely without thinking about being attacked, and that is one part of the game that I think Barcelona really were not good. They lacked they lacked that certain quality in Balde to be able to surge forward and help them. And so if we have certain players back, I believe that we have a chance of winning. But looking at that game, for instance, I feel like it's going to be cagey, very cagey, because both managers are now going to work so hard on their defensive line. Barcelona, for instance, they're going to work on their set pieces, faults, like weakness that they showed everybody last week. They are going to work on it, and I believe that with that they will come back strongly. And their highlight is something that I think they've perfected in this season. They are not going to do anything to change that much about it. So I still expect to see a Barcelona that play very high line throughout the season to line up the same way against Inter Milan as Giuseppe Meazza. And I see Inter Milan playing their low block football. And so personally, I feel like it's going to be a very, very cagey encounter. And this time around, I'm not going to. I don't predict seeing more goals, but as a fan, I still believe that even though Inter is a very good team, we have a great chance of qualifying, and we might end up winning the game by a very small margin, either 1-0 or 2-1. Thank you.
That was an interesting tie there between Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal. A game everyone expected Arsenal to win, especially after that fantastic performances against Real Madrid over both legs. But one thing that was missing in the game was the absence of Thomas Partey. Obviously, it weakened the Arsenal team to some extent. It meant that Declan Rice would have to track back and play in the number 6 role, Mikel Merino dropping deep, and having Leandro Trossard up front there. It wasn't the bad starting 11. Mikel Arteta could only make do of the squad available to him, and Arsenal really did well to keep the tie at 1-0. They created chances of their own. Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard, and the likes creating very good chances. We could have turned the tie if not for the exceptional saves from Donnarumma. David Raya, on the other hand, flipping the book, also did so well with his saves, and it puts the second tie in a really cagey mode, and I'm actually looking forward to that. But if you ask me to make a prediction, I actually think Arsenal could go to the Parc des Princes and nick it there come Wednesday.